Hey all, grab yourselves a beer, it's time to talk Path of Exile. I just wanted to put together a video to look at one of the underappreciated maps that I think is a lot better than people give it credit for in the Betrayal League, and that is the Shaped Moon Temple map. Or Moon Temple in general, but I think most people that are looking for a map to run a lot of times, the higher tier maps are the way to go, so either the tier 14 or possibly even the tier 16 version of Moon Temple. So without further ado, I'm just going to open one up. This has 4 sextants on it, 1 sextant granting an abyss and 3 that add monsters. And I think that'll show just how incredibly dense this map is. So you have a look around, you'll see there's an enormous amount of monsters. And it's actually quite a large map. It's not the easiest map to traverse, especially for a character like this that is running around with whirling blades. And so it's certainly not the fastest map to complete. But it can be done in a reasonable period of time, and you'll notice that there are just monsters everywhere. I have Elder Influence on this, and Elder Influence will cause there to be another 8 large packs of monsters much of the time. So this basically has 5 factors that are adding more monsters to the map. But even with that in mind, I think you'll see that there's just a very, very large number of maps. And as an added bonus, I've got Nico coming into play, and because it's a tier 14 map, I will get a lot. Now that's a refund, so that's a Shaped Moon Temple map that dropped. I haven't set up my Atlas to rig it up so that it only drops Shaped Moon Temple. Instead what I did was I purchased a very large number of these maps from another player. And so I bought 42 of them early in the league, and I've just been running through them. I haven't quite run out of them yet. I'm running my maps. I've been chiseling them, using an Orb of Alchemy on them, and then valing them. And so I'm actually, because I did that some time ago, I don't remember what the mods are on this map. From 22 pack size, I can tell that it has 5, possibly 4, but probably 5 mods on it, but I'm just not sure what they are. This boss is surprisingly dangerous. You remember how trivial he was in the axe. He does hit, and he's also very easy in the tier 9 version of this map, but he does hit hard and fast, so you do need to take him seriously. But his attacks are all easy to dodge, it's just that you do need to dodge them. You'll notice I'm running a very strict loot filter, and I've put up another video explaining my rationale for that. Every now and again I'll press Alt just to see what's dropped. That is something I do when there's a large cluster of monsters killed in one place. And I've just had one of the almost unsucceedable encounters there with the Betrayal people. I had one of the transport team that are very short. That does sometimes happen in this map, and it does seem to be one weakness of the idea of running this map. However, I think you'll see from the just the raw number of maps that are dropping should give a bit of a sense as to just how big the number of mobs is in this map. So here we go. Here's a tier 15. This run so far, I think I've had 2 tier 14s, 1 15. And a couple other red maps. I'll do a full inventory when we get to the end of the map. Once more, like I said, it's not the fastest clear around, but because there's so many monsters in it, it's better than it looks, and it's better than it gets credit for. Still just looking around, the map is basically a large cross shape usually, with a central area plus big clusters of monsters in 4 extra piles. One other thing that I like about this map is that it just has one of the most impressive looking tile sets. The Grinding Games artists have really outdone themselves on this particular map. They've just done outstanding work in how it looks. If you have a movement skill that crosses ground, so for instance if you're running Flame Dash, Lightning Warp, any of those sorts of skills, also of course the most popular one in the meta that I'm not thinking of is Leap Slam. Any of those maps that cross ground, you can do this a lot faster than my character can. You'll notice I'm running arc traps with lightning spire trap as single target, but I also do use lightning spire trap because the packs in this map can be so large. I often throw one down into a pack anyway and let it do the hard hitting while arc clears up all the stragglers. This build's not particularly optimized. I'm generally really slack about optimizing my characters. Once they're good enough, I'll run them and then just not get around to making them exceptionally strong. This character has no real trouble clearing any tier 16 and down maps, sometimes with the exception of some of the Guardians in tier 16 maps. They can still cause a little bit of trouble sometimes, and that's just because I've been lazy when it comes to gear. I'm using a 6-link Tinker skin for my lightning spire trap. Don't even know what that was. Oh, it's one of those volcanic golems. That's been put there by one of the sextants, which has added fire monsters to the area. I'm using a 6-link Tinker skin, and for my arc, I've just experimented with a gloves set, set of shaper gloves that have the socketed gems are supported by trap. Your trap skills throw an additional trap, which is probably the most powerful mod available. And I haven't seen the Abyss, anyways. Looks like I might have been shortchanged on that one. Anyways, that's the Moon Temple map. Not the fastest run in the world, and I wasn't going for speed there, but I think it gives a sense of just how many monsters there are in the zone, and why it's a bit better than people give it credit for. In terms of map returns, what do we have here? We've got a tier 11, a tier 14, a 13, some trash, an 11, a 12, and a 15. So that's better than you would typically expect to see in one run of this map, but it's certainly not some massive outlier either. Nothing in the way of any exceptional loot that run, but that's normal. Everything in Path of Exile is a numbers game. You keep running maps and you will eventually get a lot of currency. Anyways, that's the Shape Moon Temple for you.